he's gonna steal it. Okay, I don't know if the dogs ditched me or what, because we've been up here already. I don't know if they're coming. But here we are, my lords and ladies. Right where we left off last time, but something's different. There's a view over there, which is a lot better. Here comes Maddie. Here comes Maddie. Come on, Maddie. Good job. Come on. You're tired, huh? I know, honey. I know. That's like a half a mile up 200 feet. Come on. Come on, honey. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good job, Maddie. Good job. Did Carmen go home? She did? Oh, all right, you relax. There's Carmen. Come on, Carmen. Come on, Carmen. Good job. Come on. Good job, Carmen. Good girl. Come here. Good girl. Come here. Come here. Yeah, good job, Carmen. Go get some water. Go ahead. Go get some water. Go ahead. Up. Carmen, up. Atta girl. Get some water. Good job, girls. All right, guys, today is fascia board day. Wow, had to strap them to the quad because if, whoa, geez, just stepped in a trench. Because if you think about it, these are 18 footers, right? Can't just grab your track loader or the tractor and like grab it with the bucket and bring them up here, right? I can do that with like a 12-foot log, no problem. There's trees, guys. So you got to bring it up, you know, with the parallel with the road. So I have three. This first one has a crack near the end because this is the pith. Pith means the, you know, center of the log. I don't know what I was thinking when I cut that, but pith is just garbage. Can't really tell with the grain, but the other two pieces underneath are good. So our fascia board is going right across there, and I'm gonna have to get up here and make marks on those rafter ends and cut them. The point there, I'm gonna have to come up a few inches and zip, make a cut on all of them. So we're picking up where we left off last episode, but one thing that's different, guys, check that out now. So we took down another tree, a couple other small ones, and our view is getting better and better every week. We're gonna still come this way a little bit. But here, let me show you what my bedroom's gonna look like. This will be my bedroom window on one side. It's actually gonna face that way, but you can obviously look out the window and see those beautiful mountains. Looks nice. So we're going to take more out to the left here, and I don't know what to the right. Anything usable really that we can use. So let's get going on the office here. Maddie, you better be careful you don't get hit by a hickory nut. These are starting to drop. Now these are bitter nut hickories right here. They're small. Now these things taste like garbage. Now the bigger ones on shaggy bark hickories, you know, I would try both, but these are bitter. They're smaller. Leave them for the squirrels. And the ones off of the bigger trees that have, okay, here's a good example. So this tree here, this tree is a bitter nut, and that's a hickory. And we're actually going to be using this type of tree for the flooring in the house and in the office. This tree over here is called a shaggy bark hickory. Has bigger leaf sets, has bark that flakes off like so. Looks very shaggy, hence the name. And it's a very big tree, and they drop larger nuts, which I can't really, oh, there's one, okay. A lot of times you'll see little chew marks out of them, and that's just the squirrels working on them. But they're much bigger. These are awesome. These are very good, very tasty. When they drop and dry, they'll start opening up like this. And then you could just get the nut out of there, and then inside of that is the actual meat. Good stuff. See any others, Maddie? Here's some. We're starting to drop them. I got to take a few before all the squirrels get them. These are so yummy. I look forward to them every year. See? Good stuff. Just take your time, get it done. All right, guys, looking nice and flat all the way down. All right, for this next part, I'm going to be showing it to you from this perspective. So take note of like the shape of the rafter here. And this is the deck, and that is the air gap board. So we're going to add some other boards to it. Obviously, that's the front wall. Let me show you what's going on here next. Rafter comes down like this. We have a little bit of a, that's plumb with the ground, and then we have quite a bit going this way for our rafter. It's a 912 angle. Okay, that's the shape of our rafter. On top of the rafters, if you remember, we built a deck for our roof. So we have deck, wow, that was awful. Just imagine these are parallel here. All right, we have deck boards, and they go all the way up. Okay, on top of that, we have a skinny piece of wood like this every 24 inches, which is the air gap board. Now, between the air gap and the deck, there's tar paper, but that doesn't take up any space. But after these air gap boards is our tin roof. Okay, kind of like that. This is the most important area. Stay focused here. So, now, what we're going to do next, oh, the outside of the structure is like over here, okay? So we need airflow to come in through here. So we're building a box soffit. So we want to nail to more than just the rafters. So I'm going to install a strip that's going to be 3/4 of an inch thick here, and then measure level across to the exterior wall, okay? And put another board there. Then we're going to come along and use boards kind of like this and leave a gap in between each one so we could have some ventilation, have some screening there so no critters get in there. But anyway, we're going to install boards that go from this board to that board, and they get nailed into them. And you do that all the way down the roof line. Okay, this is called your soffit. Now, we know, so our fascia board is going to get all the way installed up to here to the top of that air gap board. So the shape of our fascia is going to be a little bit of an angle, and it's going to come down like this, okay? That'll be the shape of it. So we know from here to the bottom of the rafter, we measured that beforehand, and we snapped a line. That measurement there is 5 inches. Now our little board rafter to rafter here is another 3/4 of an inch, and our soffit is 1/2 inch. So all that together is 6 1/4. Okay, so we know that our fascia board needs to be 6 1/2. Needs to overhang the soffit a little bit, so it's going to get installed and just come down just past it barely, and come up to here and tuck in nicely right underneath that roof. And then we have overhang on our metal roof. We'll be able to install the gutter system. I hope you followed that along. This is just a side profile shot of what I'm about to do. Whoa! There's gotta be like 8 daddy longlegs all together having a party. We gotta go in and check that out. I don't know what Discovery Channel stuff is going on right now, but what the heck is going on here? There you go. Look at this. Whoa! Oh, that wasp just had, it's like Spider Nation here. See that spider right there? It's like a big wolf spider or something. Look at him. Holy cow, thing's huge. Where is he? See him? Got that going on. See him? There's the spider. There's a wasp carrying it. There's the wasp. I don't know if that's a wasp or not. That guy. I don't know. We got a bug on my shoulder. And we got, what else we got? We got dragonflies doing it. They just flew that way. And then let me show you what's going on in here. There are, where are all these daddy? Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Look at all of them. What in the world? Having a party. Man, I'm glad I had the tripod on here. All right. Can't make this stuff up, guys. Man, that board's dirty. Oh well. I got a wave in it. It's like, I don't know if I cut one short or what. That rafter, that one, that guy. I think I cut it short. I'm gonna have to put a little dinky piece of wood in there or something. I don't know what the heck happened. Huh. Well, let's measure the last piece. I'll get that done. Okay, next step. I'm going to start putting up boards along the exterior walls. And I was thinking the house wrap should go up before I do that. So, that's what's next. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I got the real deal stuff. This is the DuPont. Not the DuPont. Well, DuPont makes it Tyvek wrap. They sell normal like house wrap that you could get in Lowe's and Home Depot. But then there's better stuff that you could get in Lowe's and Home Depot. They both sell this stuff, but I mean, I would recommend, I did my research, I'd recommend spending the extra money and getting the Tyvek stuff. It's supposedly a far superior product. If you're doing all this work building something, like, why not? Okay, maybe that's their business model. Oh, okay, how are we gonna do this? I think I'm gonna start at the doorway, put a clamp on it, wrap around to the other side. I have a ladder on the other side I'm going to place the wrap on, and then come along. What I'm going to do now, I really hate when people I see install this stuff with staples. Staples have no surface area. So I'm going to use, if you remember, I don't know if you can see that from there, remember the circular green nails that I did for the roof underlayment? I'm going to use that to install this house wrap. All right, got a clamp on the bottom, clamp on the top. This side looks a little sloppy, but when you go around this side, it's relatively tight. So we'll get a few nails in by the door, and then, windy. And then over here, it's tight around that corner. And I came right to the window and just clamped the whole roll right to it. Short while later, got west side is looking good. I don't know, talk to me guys. Am I the only one that uses the green, you know, plastic cap things? It just seems like that's the way you should do it, right? Look at all the surface area there. Imagine like a tiny staple, it's gonna rip. All right, and here's how I did this side. This isn't how to do it. This is just how to do it alone, I guess, or how I did it alone. So you grab a handful and it's like a constant struggle. Let's see. Maybe if I line them all up, stack them like Pringles, maybe it'll, here, if I stack a bunch like this, then you could do like a whole set. Can you see? See if you kind of overlap them? Maybe, I don't know. All right, any roofing guys, let me know. Okay. See how this works. Not bad. Oh! Ow! I've done this a lot of times. Like you go like that, and then you're stuck there. You gotta. It's happened quite a few times. See, I don't think the prep thing is worth it. I think just grab a handful, and as you're hammering, you're kind of like getting the next one set. And I did find between your index and your middle finger, putting the nail like this, putting it on target, and just getting it started. 2 taps and you're done. Find that to be the best way. The other problem with these nails, like sometimes you grab them, right, and it'll be like this. It'll be crooked. So you grab it like this, and it's like the cap is straight on your finger, but the nail is crooked, and you go to hammer it in. So it's like you almost got to push that nail all the way in so that they're perpendicular with each other. But you kind of have to think about, I mean, it's not that long of a nail, but a lot of times it'll start going in crooked because of that. Anyway, just sharing some thoughts about nails. Okay, Tyvek home wrap are equally effective both directions, and the logo may be on the inside or outside. Okay, so I got a 9-foot roll and I wanted to look that up. Like, I'm going to cut probably like a 9-foot section, go there, cut another 9-foot section, go there, same on the back side, and make runs. I don't want to, like, I only have like 2 feet that I need to cover now. So I don't, yeah, I don't want to, because like one wrap around is about 70 feet or so, and that roll is 150 feet. Like, I have enough to do that, but it just seems like a lot of waste to me to like cut a skinny section out of that just so that like the logo could face the right way. So I'm gonna do 9-foot sections and kind of piece everything together. I got a bunch of tape too. I got 3 rolls of this. I'm not gonna need that much because I won't have that many seams. But 164-foot roll. This is Tyvek tape. So on the seams, I'm going to go on top, overlap at 6 inches, and then hit it with tape. And then the door top and bottom, yeah, that should be it. Other than that, like, I'm good. I wrapped right over the windows, so it's just the top run now. And that little section above and below this door. Let's do the gables now. These are getting put up there with the label, the correct orientation. I'm basically just going to fold this sheet in half and go right to the top of the gable up there, put a nail in, and then work my way down. And I'll trim as I go with the angles. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Oh, can't be the easiest way to do that. Jeez. That stuff is sticky, man. All right, these are kind of wide. They're 8 inches. You gotta watch your cup. Your cup is that part. Wish they were perfect boards, but they're not. All right, this one. The heck was that? This one. See, if you ever look at a piece of sawmilled lumber, it'll take you down. Well, Alright guys, so a piece of sawmilled lumber. Can you see those rings? They kind of go this way. They go this. Do they straighten out? Yeah, over here they go the other way. So this is toward the center of the log. We have two directions on the rings. So if your rings are going like this, like a happy face, your board is going to cup the opposite way, is what I come to learn. And the more horizontal these lines are, the more it's going to cup. The more vertical they are, like this, it's not going to cup much at all. This is what we're going to be doing on the other side. Hey, snazzy. Alright, I got the corner all nice and set, and the ends are hanging off. Because I swear guys, every time I cut one of these things, it's off just a little bit, and the gap is bigger than I intend. So we're going to leave it and just finish it up after. Woo! Pretty good. I can't put my miter saw on here and get that length of a cut, so that's why. That one looks really good. This one needs a little adjustment. I gotta take it down. Oh baby. Okay, let's make it extra dark. There we go. The tool that I'm using to cut this takes a bit, but it's either this or cut it ahead of time and risk being off a little bit, and then you got a little stub to work with. I don't know if you're gonna even be able to see this. This was that log, that really 40-foot log that I got last episode. All right. Good. All right, that should hold it. It's like a good plan coming together. off right at the seam. Now this is not, I don't think, a conventional way of doing this, but this is how I like it to look. Okay, that's off. We're going to cut this seam next up to the line. That line that I'm cutting up to is a fold. We're going to come back and trim some of this stuff too. I'm going to cut the diagonal here, which is always fun. And cut this too. Now, just give this a fold down, and it should, your pinch sections, it should fold pretty evenly. You can use pliers, and this works just as good though. Alright, that's pretty good. And then see this guy? That's going to fold this way. It'll wind up being underneath though. Let me get this underneath here. There we go. I'll make a straight line here to cut about 1 inch. And then you could pretty much eyeball where this has to be cut. I'm going to wind up cutting a little bit more like here. And it's going to look like this over here. See that corner there? Here, let me... Butyl tape. I'm sticking with butyl. I don't know if it's butyl. There. Okay. Home Depot's the only ones that keep this stuff in stock near me. Little fun fact. Okay, this touches the roof. So we're going to add a whole strip of this stuff. This kind of feels like silly putty. Let's take a moment and be a kid. I mean, how many kids nowadays have silly putty? Probably none, right? All right. I mean, it smells like that weird silly putty. Oh, it feels like silly putty. Yeah. Does it bounce? Well, that was disappointing. Where'd it go? I mean, the consistency is there, guys. I wonder if you stamp this on newspaper, if it would grab the paper. You know, the ink. Nah, that's not silly putty. Okay. All right, guys, here's my contraption to get up on the roof. Believe it or not, safely. But first, I want to show you what I'm doing. This is outside closure strips. I got these from Home Depot's website, and they have screens in them. Try to focus it down here, maybe. There. All right, these are outside closure strips, and they go right at the ridge. I got to get these down before I put the ridge cap on. Ridge cap is leaning up against the building there. I got two 10-foot sections, and yep, these have little screen, so it allows air to go up through the soffit and then escape through the ridge. So I got my extension ladder. Extension ladder has the standoffs against the fascia board there, and then if you could see, it's actually ratchet strapped to the building through the soffit opening, and so that ladder can't go anywhere. And then I have a step ladder that has foam on the bottom of it, which allows me to climb up the roof without actually stepping on the roof. So I'll do my best here. Let me try to take you with me. So let me give this ladder, see, this ladder is not moving. Nice and tight. Here's the ratchet strap. Okay, looped around. All that's nice and tight. And then this thing just stands off the standoffs here. And this ladder can't. slide down, and if it did, it would hit something. So I took some Tyvek tape and just wrapped this foam on the ladder so it's resting on that foam nice and thick, and then I had an extra piece there so when I climb up the ladder I have something that I could kind of like move freely on. Alright, so here's my strips. I'm gonna toss them up there. I'm gonna get on this ladder. I mean, if this was really difficult, I don't think I'd be holding a camera in one hand. Oh, not bad, huh? But here's how those strips look. I ran a line, just a mason line all the way down the ridge, and I'm kind of following that. And after this is all installed, I'm going to cut the ridge cap, and then I'm going to shoot a screw through here, right on the rib, all the way down. It's going to go through the ridge, through the foam, into the rib, and then into, you could see here, the opposing, what do you call it? The air standoff. Alright, window time. So, this isn't going to be a how-to. I have found, which I'm going to link on the screen here or in the description, probably both. There's a channel called DIY Different that put out a video about flashing windows, and it is like, they have me convinced. I'm never going to do it a different way. So if you're curious and into that, go check out the video that I linked here. I've got two small pieces of cedar here, just as some standoffs for the window. Let's just put a nail in each. And we'll do two. So just temporary. I want to check, make sure I'm plumb here. I want to just leave the window like that. What I'm going to do is just throw a screw in here. I got a roofing screw in my pocket, just right off here, just so it doesn't go anywhere. I grabbed this window from Lowe's. It's just it's a cheap black window, single hung window. All right, there we go. And it doesn't get more plumb than that. Okay. I hear Meg coming. She's got the quad. It's taken off of here. Drapes down. And that just gets taped with house tape. Well, say hi to everybody, Meg.
Hi, everybody.
All right, and that concludes Meg's segment of the video. Oh man, one of my little pins is bent. That should be like 18.2. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Oh, oh yeah. Yep. Wow. That's awesome. Let's try another one. All right. Ooh, this would be a good one to check. This one has some cant on it. Let's see. That should be the highest one. 10.54. Because the sapwood's going to be on the outside of this one. We're looking good, guys. Ready to go. I mean, anything under 15 in my eyes is good. So we're in single digits. You want to go run? Record timing. All right, I came up for that thing. Let's hop in that, get it warmed up, and let's go get our wood. I've got an empty bucket. Let's grab some rocks. Crap. I don't know if I can. Let's go over here. empty bucket. Let's go, these things. Load. It's kind of a steep section there. I didn't want the rocks coming out. Alright, I think we're good. I'm grabbing rocks from up there. I've already started a big bank here. Basically, the road's gonna go all the way out there. This beech tree will be left there, but the road's gonna be built on top of it, just pretty much doubling, if not tripling, the size of this switchback. Time I come down, I you know, with this machine, if I'm not carrying something, I'll grab a bucket and just throw some rocks in it. You know, that's one thing on this machine. I mean, it's an older machine, right? But the newer models of this machine, like a Takeuchi TL8, they have these things hydraulically. I don't know if that's a word, but the dogs, or whatever they're called, the quick attach, they have a hydraulic switch. You don't even have to get out. You could just move them with a hydraulic button. And it does what I just did with those handles. All right. Did I just see Maddie? Where's Maddie? Hi, Maddie. Why didn't you run with me? You gonna go back up with me, huh? Okay. I added a fan back there. Now I just tipped it over, but right up against the stack, pointing like this way, like toward me. So there's fans up top. Those guys, all right, they're pushing hot air through the greenhouse, and then this fan kind of pushes it through the stack. So I got a whole circulation thing going. Hey, you know what? It's not perfect, but geez, you can't argue with the results, right? I got single digit moisture content poplar in less than 1 month. Maddie keeps staring at me like, who are you talking to? Maddie, it's the camera. You could talk to the camera. Come on. Big stretch. What are you doing, little girl? What are you doing? You being silly? All right. Just stare at me like a statue. That's cool. This is what she does. She follows me around and just stares at me. Towel out of the way. See, normally I would just run it over, but Meg watches this show. And she's gonna be like, why you gotta run over the towel? It's a rag. It's just a rag. All right. I'm trying to change my ways.